New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Good evening, everybody. How's it going? You are live watching or listening to the Fins Tailgate on the Fins Tailgate pregame show for the Dolphins versus Chargers. How's everybody doing tonight? It is 72 degrees in South Florida and clear. Not a cloud in the sky. Nice and balmy, a little humid. Temperature's a little cooler over in San Diego on the West Coast, and it is currently 5:04 over there, 7:04 on the East Coast. Appreciate every one of you coming to join us tonight for our pregame show. We're going to lead into up into game, talk about the game. I'm going to drop the link in a minute. Everybody can come up and chop it up about what they think is going to happen tonight. We got a poll question up already. Is it a blowout or is it not? Who's going to get it? Who's not? Make sure you're answering the poll. Make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing. Hit that notification bell to make sure you know when we go live. El Capitan has been a little under the weather. He'll be popping in tonight to say hi before leading up to the game. But I went ahead and took the night for him on the hosting duties. I got Ali in back. He's waiting patiently to say hi to everybody. I'm just figuring out how to get my name over to the middle or over to the other side on my Logitech software. But like I said, like, subscribe, share the stream, get everybody in here, get more people in here to talk to. Make sure you're catching us every night. We got content every day just about. If we can't go because of medical reasons or life issues, it happens sometimes, but we're trying to bring content every day, mostly with the TFTG, the Fins Tailgate, with yours truly, and also our proprietor, El Capitan, Chris Adams, and Ali, and the bunch. Lewis, you know the Rabid Dolphin. We got DTA back for Dolphins debriefs. Got me color commentary on generally Tuesday night, but lately I've been going Thursday as long as the games aren't boring. You got late night exhale with Ali on Saturday nights, like you did last night, getting us ready for game time, doing the Millie Maker. We ain't doing so well, but whatever. We'll try again next week. And if you want to support the channel, make sure you're hitting us up on Cash App, $ the Fins Tailgate, and Venmo, the Fins Tailgate, as well as, I don't have the graphic, but I do know that we have fired up a Patreon account. So we will be, you can get over to Patreon and find us right now. Make sure you're getting over there and following us over there too. Check out all our great gear. You got it all. Flag, tailgate flag, beanies, sweatshirts for the winter, DNA shirts, all your other great stuff. As you heard yours truly in the beginning of the show, make sure you're hitting the link in the description below for Fanatics for all your officially licensed gear from the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLS, MLB, and all the other major sports, all officially licensed all the time. And make sure you're hitting up Backroom Collections for your custom memorabilia, artwork, other great stuff over there. Hashtag TFTG and check out for 10% off. And while I bring Ali up, how's it going, Ali? I'm going to say hi to a few people.
Yo. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. And as you mentioned, the Patreon, the link for the Patreon is in the description below, by the way.
Okay, great.
And if you don't have the link, when searching for the Patreon, just look up TFTG.
Mm-hmm.
So just to give you guys a heads up.
Oh, and by the way,
man, you excited? Hell of a day of football, man. Hell of a day.
You know, for any of y'all that want to support Color's coffee habit, you can hit up buymeacoffee.com/colorcom, spelled just like over here, colorcom, one word.
Mm-hmm.
The website is buymeacoffee.com/colorcom, and you can, you know, I think I got it set for like $2. You know, throw a $2 donation, but it helps buy me a cup of coffee. Y'all know I love my coffee. I also got a goal set. If I get to $100, I'm gonna buy a new Keurig machine because mine's getting kind of old, wonky. But you know how it goes. But I wanted to say hi to Carla. She was the first in chat tonight. Always love having you over here, Carla. She says 36-23. I like that just as well as my own prediction of 33-14. So, hey, that'll work. Apparently, Carla is voting for a Fins blowout. As you see the choices in the poll, Fins blowout, Fins in a close win, Chargers in a blowout, or Chargers in a close win. Make your choice. Get the votes in. We'll find out the results by the end of the show, which is leading right up into kickoff. Which, Ali, do you have the specific official time of kickoff? Is it like 8:25 or something, or 8:15 or something?
Give me one moment on that. I wasn't really looking. I believe it's 8:20, but let me verify that.
Matter of fact, I got it right here. 8:20. Yep.
Yeah.
So we got about an hour and a half or so.
Yeah. Today was a crazy day in football.
We'll be chopping it up. Yeah, absolutely.
We saw San Francisco turn the goat into a little lamb.
I know. Amazing, huh?
No joke.
And what's with this Brock Purdy guy, man? Just continuing to put up the points. Defense.
My question is, Trey Lance going to have a job when he gets back? That's my question.
I'm going to be on record right now and say I sorely underestimated the ranking of the 49ers defense. That is for real.
No joke.
They almost, that's almost 2 shutouts within 3 weeks. They held the high-powered Dolphins offense to 17 measly points. I mean, hey, I guess I'm going to have to backpedal and say 49ers defense is the real deal. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I think they are. They have a very solid front. And, with Bosa and, Fred Warner and some of the other players they have, their secondary is good. But, I mean, it's not I think their front end is is elite, whereas their, back end of the secondary is just good enough. And that's what makes them the number one defense.
Yeah, and I mean, they put the clamp down on, on Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. So, I mean, yeah, it's Brady, but it's still some star power wide receivers that they're just putting the clamps down on like they ain't even there. Real quick, a couple other people I want to shout out. John Featherland, how you doing? I see you. Dolphineer Q, always holding it down. California. Pamela, how you doing, Pamela? Make sure you all check out Pamela, who streams the game over on Facebook for everybody. She does a great job over there. C. Herfel, how you doing? Dolphins realtor. Anybody need any real estate consultation over in I believe the South Florida region, if I remember correctly? Dolphins realtors around the South Florida region. But if not, he can correct me. If not, But make sure you're hitting up the Dolphins realtor for any of your real estate needs. He's also over on Twitter, goes by the same handle. Mountie Fins, how you doing? Andy hates my Tua takes, so you know it's a real deal plug. It's honest, because you know. Anyway, let's see who else we got here. Matthew Murphy. Hey, hopefully it is a big night for Tua. Should be.
We need our
All
defense to
games.
make sure we shut down their attack, though. I mean, they got some good receivers and a good running back, so we got to be careful.
Right. Paul Gaines says go 49ers. I don't know why. I guess Paul Gaines is still a holdover from last week, so appreciate you keep coming by, Paul Gaines, and you know.
Hey, Color, don't forget the big thing about that's not Seattle, but the Kansas City game. Do you have an update on that?
I'm gonna go through scores here in just a sec. Fernando Quesada is over in Panama. How you doing? Love having you all the way from Panama. That's awesome. I'm assuming it's Panama, not Panama City, Florida. Will Zane, how you doing? Yeah, I'll give Tua a little more credit against them. That's a tough defense, Will Zane. I mean, yeah. Mike C, how you doing? Colin, Shoey. Hopefully we get you getting some shoeys tonight. Shoey means win. If Colin's doing shoeys, that means we won. Kevin Lee, how you doing? 9-4 coming, I agree. Greg Fontaine, best laugh in the community. Ruben Jimenez, and I believe that covers everybody so far that has graced us with their presence. I really appreciate every one of you showing up. We got 32 people watching, and we got like 18 likes. So that means like, you know what, 14 of you don't like to use your right-hand blinker. It's all right. It's just really easy to do. It's free. Just hit that like button. It's really cool. It tells YouTube to put us in front of everybody's feed. In other words, it bothers you more. You know, you'll have all our videos come across your feed, but it gets across everybody else's too, and it helps grow the community. So we appreciate that. Also, it gets the word out for anybody that's not getting their notifications. How you doing, Pete? Appreciate it. We're doing pretty crappy on our Millie lineup this week, but we'll talk about that later, I'm sure. Part of the 3%. Oh, I haven't looked at the poll results yet, Pete. Let's see. Where are we at right now? So currently 40 votes. Only 15% have the Chargers winning total. 5% in a blowout. 10% in a close win. 54% say the Dolphins are going to blow the Chargers out, for a total of 86% say the Dolphins are going to win tonight. So that's where we're at now. Keep voting. We got 42 votes in. Keep them coming. More people have voted that are watching right now, so we're good on that ratio. Appreciate that. T-Bone Steak 9 if 09 if I. How you doing? Yeah, we see that. Definitely. Niners are definitely, I think they look more the part. They look more real deal with their rookie young quarterback. I mean, he's playing a better part than Garoppolo was, if you ask me. 35-21. I'm right around there, Kevin Lee. I got a 33-14 is where I'm at. That's what I locked in with Miss Finns the other night. Molly Mall, how you doing? That's Moss over at Sports Talk covering the World Cup. Make sure you're getting over to his channel and giving him a subscribe too. Jermaine King, how you doing? Fire Fins, I got you, man. And Fuego tonight, man. I mean, we just got to do it. We got to put this team to shame like they belong. How you doing, Liz? Cap for life, always holding it down. Personal friend of the family, Cap for life. Ruben's got us winning 41-24. That's a good one. I like that. I'll take a 40 sandwich. Yep. And what do you think, Moss, about England bowing out so soon? I think Ali said he's got I don't know if Ali's still there. He might have stepped away.
I am here. I'm
Who did
here.
you say you had now?
I
Now that
think
England's out?
I believe it's Croatia versus Argentina on one side, and then we got France versus Morocco on the other side. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the chat if I'm wrong with that. But I don't know. I don't know if this France team is as good as they were previously. I'm gonna. I have a feeling France may win it all, but if not, I'm gonna go on that Morocco train. Morocco just keeps surprising me.
Well, yeah, you never know. Could be one of those years.
They're fast, and they have a lot of players like Hakim Ziyech and Ashraf Hakimi and stuff that they're they play this ticky tacky fast counter strike that in some cases it's hard to beat.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think France probably will win the whole thing, but if they don't, if
They're
Morocco
looking
upsets them,
tough. I
I'm
mean,
going
they're
Morocco
just
the whole way.
mowing right through opponents. France is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seems like the easy pick to make at this point, without knowing much about the ins and outs of soccer. But
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is.
real quick, how you doing, Andres Negron? Love having you. Another friend of the family. And Mr. Yagami, how you doing? Salute to you too. Kevin Lee says, all for everything next Saturday, color. We take back the division next Saturday. And everybody knows where I stand about the Buffalo game, even if we were at our best and, won both. Let's say we won both games out west. Everybody knows that I thought, but after watching them play the Jets today, God, I feel a little bit better about our chances, man. What do you think, man? Before you get into that thought, Ali, let me go ahead and do a quick score update. Right now, it looks like there hasn't been much change. Oh, 38 seconds left. It looks like Denver screwed the pooch and wasn't able to come back. Came within a touchdown, but it looks like KC's got the ball with 38 seconds left. So that one looks like it's going to be over 38-24 KC. And Carolina has extended their lead on Seattle, and it looks like they're going to take away with it. Minute 56 left in the fourth quarter, 30-17. The Panthers are taking it away. Looks like Seattle got the ball back, but they can't score 17. They can't score that much in a minute and 56.
Damn, that Kansas City one was going to be really good for us because if we could go to Buffalo, beat them, we would have made it really tight on who's going to be the number one.
Yep. And,
But,
that's one of those ones where nobody expected Denver to be the ones to do it if somebody did put another mark on Kansas City. You know what I mean? So that would have been huge because Kansas City has like one more opponent that they legitly could lose to. I forget who it is, but, there's like one more chance for us to gain that back if we take care of our business and Buffalo drops one again. But of course, as everybody knows, the talk of the night, San Francisco just laying the wood on Tampa Bay, 35-7 with 7:55 left in the fourth. 49ers have the ball. Of course, tomorrow night you've got New England at Arizona, 6-6, trying to keep pace with the rest of the AFC for a possible wild card. And that'll be tomorrow night on Monday Night Football. And of course, tonight you've got us. You've got the Chargers in LA, 8-4 Miami Dolphins versus the 6-6 LA Chargers. Tonight, kickoff is at 8:20. That's in exactly 59 minutes. And we thank you all for joining the Fins tailgate for the pregame tailgate, where it always happens. The only virtual tailgate on the web that actually functions as a virtual tailgate on the web. And we try to keep it going as long as we can, as much as we can. Scores from earlier today. The Rams, obviously everybody saw the Rams come back the other night, beat Raiders. Buffalo held out against the Jets 20-12. Cincinnati took it to Cleveland 23-10. Dallas eked it out over the Texans. They were trailing most of the game. They defeated the Texans 27-23. Detroit, Minnesota, back and forth. Detroit led most of the game, 34-23 Detroit. Philadelphia put a hurting on their division opponent, the Giants, 48-22. Baltimore defeating Pittsburgh, 16-14. Jacksonville taking it to the Titans, who have no reason to win or lose, 36-22, and just went final. Kansas City has, in fact, defeated the Denver Broncos 34-28. Looks like I lost Ali. He was about to comment on the Bills and Jets game. But as you all saw, and as Kevin Lee astutely points out, oh, I got you. Ali's got some real life to take care of. How's it going, Lewis? Sent you the link in Twitter. You're welcome to come up. I'm about to drop it for the rest of the chat here. We're about an hour out from kickoff. So let me go ahead and put that in chat. There, and click that button there. Pull that lever, turn that dial, and there's the link for everybody. How you doing, Kenna? Kyle, how you doing? Kevin Lee says, Color Buffalo only scored 20 points. That's not going to get it done versus us and our offense. Buffalo has hit 30, now 3 straight games. Yeah, I totally agree, Kevin.
Your potential.
Kenna, this is the first time we have enjoyed your presence up on the panel.
Say what?
This is the second time you've been up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Man, how you doing?
I'm cool and ready for game time.
I'm hearing you. What do you think is going to happen tonight, man? How'd you vote?
It's going to be a close one. I think we're going to come out with the win, but it's going to be a close one. Shootout.
Right on. Well, that's what 55-point over under. That's, can be a lot of points scored, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully.
At least Vegas hopes so. Justin Crybaby Herbert. This has got to be Greg.
Yo, what's good?
Is that you, Greg?
Yeah.
How's it going, Greg?
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited. I'm ready for this game. I'm ready for Tua to show why he was picked over Herbert. Yeah, I can't wait for this game. Hopefully our defense shows up this game because our defense will show up in the road. But I think this can be a high-scoring game. I'm going 48-42 Dolphins.
Hey.
Ooh.
Good old-fashioned one. What about you, Pam? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Color, thanks for asking and thanks for having me. Hey guys, go Dolphins.
Pleasure as always.
So yeah, I think it's not going to be so close. It may not be the blowout I'm thinking, 41-13, but I think our defense is going to feed on a little Herbert Sherbert. Yeah.
Herbert Sherbert. I like it.
Yeah, I got to go to the store and buy Sherbert ice cream, I think.
Hey, quick question, Cutler.
I'm going to melt.
Go ahead. How you feel about them? How you feel about the Buccaneers not doing nothing against them 49ers?
Hang it up, Tom.
I honestly think Brady is just toast, man. He can shrug his head and act like it's everybody else but him all he wants. But
hey, look, that game today showed Mike Medell know what he was doing last week against him.
Exactly. Yeah. And to your point, I think that is such a good point because I was thinking the same thing. Tua had a really bad off game and he still scored 17 points. So I'm with you on that. I think that's a great take.
What's up, Color? Hey, I'm so happy the game is about to start. But look, I'm just not there like with Pam, and I don't have us winning. I think some of the problems that we saw last week are going to show up again this week. I kept saying it all week that Tua's arm looks worn out. And there's a possibility we're going to see his arm worn out tonight on Primetime TV.
Pete, can I ask
arm or is it his hips?
Pete, let me ask you, when's the last time you did have us winning? Just saying, you haven't picked us to win all year.
I picked us
maybe not
last week, and I was right.
For people asking in chat, Armstead is playing tonight.
Let's freaking go!
Let's go, baby!
We also activated Freddie Swain.
Yeah.
Who's a good deep threat, actually.
Hey, Pam.
Yeah.
Hey, I noticed that everybody says that Tua had a bad game. He had
Yeah.
a bad game. Okay, here is my take to this. Okay, is there a reason he has a bad game? Could it be possibly of what 49ers defense was showing him to
No,
befuddle
no,
him?
no. Don't even go
So,
there. Don't
so
even go
he
there. We
Was
know
he
it?
the receiver was
so
open.
so yeah, I
What I'm
do
saying,
think that
well, yeah. Okay, if you
you
look at
have
the
to
all
give
22,
them some credit for that, but I also think he was just off. There were passes that were
because
there. He's
see,
going to the right guy, and he's just off. He was high, he was low, he was all over the place. I wouldn't even say if people were saying he had happy feet. I really didn't see happy feet. What I
I
just
didn't see
saw
happy
was a
feet.
guy that was off. But
I
yeah,
didn't
of
see
course,
happy feet. But Tua needs to also understand this is the type of play that this is what's the type of defenses and the type of intensity that he's going to see in the playoffs.
I
So
just
we
think
don't
he
need
was
look.
nervous.
I need him to have bad games early in the season, not late in the season down the stretch and in the playoffs.
well,
I
he
was
got
just
it
Like
out of
nervous
the
Uh,
for
way, the way I
Kiki
see
and
it.
hey,
Hey,
can you
Louis.
guys can you guys hear me? Is my phone working?
Yes,
It is
yes,
now.
Yeah,
we can hear
I can hear
you.
you, man.
Well, hey, I dropped my phone. My screen is cracked. It's hard to do anything, so I'm glad I'm up here. Is that Mountie that was just saying that about the
No, it's
49ers
Mountain.
defense?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did, Lou. I did. That
Mountie,
was
you should
me.
be ashamed. Mountie, you should be ashamed of yourself. Don't get
Listen,
that
listen.
man.
Hey,
Don't get that.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something because a lot of look, the 49ers are using a lot of cover four. They were rolling coverages. If you look at the all 20, they were rolling their coverages back and forth, high and low. So there was somewhat confusing him where the guys were open at one
I
time,
mean,
but
bro,
see
this
they
is
were
a third-year quarterback we talking about. How much confusion is there?
No, and again,
well.
hold on,
Look, dude. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Quarterbacking is probably the hardest position to play in football.
I mean, yeah, we
So
get that.
So I mean, they can do things to you to make you, and if you're not seasoned to understand what they're doing, because look, these guys on defense, they get paid too.
Come
These
on,
defensive
bro. You
coordinators get
you
paid
still
too.
bringing up an irrelevant point, bro. It was still
How,
receivers running free. Like, how
it
much
was,
rolling
it
coverage
was,
and confusion
but you can
is
roll.
there
That's what.
when you have
Do you
receivers
understand?
running free?
But do you understand what a rolling coverage is? Where
Yes,
he
I
Me
was,
and mine,
where he
understand.
was
guys.
It means
covered
you
one.
present
I
one
ripped
coverage
mine
and
out
then
of the
you roll
ceiling and
into
took the
another
battery
coverage.
out.
Right, but see, yeah, well, okay. Well, as long as everybody understands that, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you don't know, but I'm just saying what he saw
No,
at pre-snap is not what he
I think
obviously
you
not
have
what
a
he saw
decent point
post-snap.
now.
Okay, and
I
what
think
he
you
saw
have a
post
decent
Hold,
snap,
point.
it
guys,
was
I
guys,
think that
pause
receivers
for a
open.
second. Pause for a second. We got a public service announcement. Little Sebastian is saying somebody's got a smoke detector chirping.
no.
I hear.
It's not me. I ripped mine out of the ceiling and yanked the battery out, so it's not mine. Um, but I'm hearing it too.
I'm good on this end.
Hey,
The
hey,
things
well,
our
I ain't got no
audience gets
batteries, man.
picky about, you know what I mean? We got a fickle audience with everybody, you know.
I think I was breaking in and out again, but I think I caught Mountie's last kind of comment. The one thing I would say, Mountie, with because I watched all 22 too. See, what we seen from Tua against the 49ers was nothing like what we seen last year or the year before. Like the last year, it looked like he didn't understand what was going on and stuff. When I watched all 22 from the 49er, Mountie, what I seen was a kid. He was making all the right reads. He was picking the correct
Yes.
people. It wasn't like the 49ers were confusing him. To Miss Pam's point, and again, this is where I don't want to give the 49ers credit because what we see them doing today to Tom Brady, which I believe Color said he believes is washed. I believe Brady's washed as well. I just think the man is done. So
Well,
I'm just
and another point though. We can't forget that Jalen Waddle had one reception last week. And I can't just imagine if he had 5 receptions that the score isn't closer by the fourth quarter than it was. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
that we might
piggyback
not
off
even be in
of
the lead in
Hey,
that game.
I
here's the
only
most.
slightly disagree. I only slightly
what I
disagree
was
with
saying.
Lewis a little bit
Well,
because
hold
there
on,
was
D.
touchdowns left on that field last week against the
You
Listen,
and
49ers.
you're
yeah,
right, and
Absolutely.
you're right.
absolutely. Again, the defense for the 49ers, don't give them no credit. We had an opportunity to have at least 30 some points on the board, and Tua was just off, man. That's all it was. It was a bad
But see,
game
and
plan.
then on top of that, and another
They were
thing I would
dropped
like to
back.
highlight.
So Tua's
the
just
thing, no,
off.
this is,
It ain't that his arm is getting worn out.
Y'all
Go
keep
ahead, Mounty.
saying Tua was off, but
I think,
like,
but see, I think
it's like too late in the season to be just out.
Well, no, you could be
yeah.
off. You could
But see,
no,
the,
you could be off in any game. That it's not about the beginning of the season.
Is
Late
it
in the season,
possible? Well,
you could
real
be
quick,
off.
guys, real quick. And this is why I brought up Jalen Waddle, because, you know, with one reception, you could say, okay, the quarterback's off, but you could also say, was the wide receiver off too? I mean,
Yeah.
No,
Few
no,
plays.
no.
There were
Yes,
a
real
few
quick.
plays.
Well, let me finish real
passes.
quick. Let me finish real quick. To say one guy was off and to say that another guy was also off could actually be described by one statement, that their timing was off. And that could have been a product of the way the 49ers handled themselves on defense to disrupt that timing. If
I
we're
don't
that
believe
dependent on timing, then that's what we are. I mean, that's how we've been winning. And
That's
if
what
that's
they
how
did,
we're
I'd like to, I'd like to
Yeah.
see,
They
I'd like
jammed
to
us
see.
up at the line at every opportunity.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
tried
I'd
to
like
jam
to.
us.
I'd like to see our receivers come a little bit more aggressive, getting
Well,
off the
and this is
jam.
why I say
Because
that,
they were,
Monty,
because San Francisco was holding a lot.
Right, but this is why I say that, Mounty, because you could say, yeah, Tua was off on plenty of throws, but at the same time, for Waddle to only have one reception, that can't be only Tua. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he only had
Getting off.
color,
Yep.
but he only had one reception because Tua was missing them though.
Six targets. It was like 6 targets, Lewis.
Yeah, and he
Right.
dropped a few that were in his hands.
I mean, I get that.
Hey.
I get that.
Not
Even
on-
if all of them
which
were
ones were
off,
those?
there was enough that he could have helped elevate his quarterback. You know what I mean?
Let's be
Yeah, but
honest
not
here.
even, but not if he's fully extended and the ball's still so high, it's hitting him in the fingertips. Like, come on, man.
I don't disagree with you there. I don't disagree with you there.
You're right. You're right, Lewis. But I mean, we all can't sit here and say that it was one thing, because the way I see it is between Tua being off on his timing, throwing it too high or too low, or interceptions. Between that, wide receivers getting hit in the hands and dropping it, and bad flags.
Which one were those? Which
Yes.
one were those? Which one were the ones hitting them in the hands? Because even
There-
the ones to the flat.
Multiple.
No. That's not multiple. See, again, what game are we watching? Because if
Giuseppe dropped one on the sideline.
On 4th and 2, he only had one play. You talking about that 4th and 2 where that was
Right.
again? It was a bad throw.
Right.
It was a bad
Right,
throw.
but what I'm saying is that it's
I
the
mean, but
worst
that was
possible
still an amazing
time.
attempt
It's the
by
worst
On that
possible
play, I
time.
looked at
much
that
as
play
y'all
on the all
trash him.
22. On the all 22, that on that play, that ball should have never been thrown to Giuseppe.
Exactly.
Never. And he still about came
So-
up with
It was
So
a designed play that Tua only was going to him and was going nowhere else. But the
100%.
That's why I say
protection was
Tua
there.
only got one or
But
two
but
reads.
the protection was there. If he was cycling through receivers on that play, he would have found his running back in the flat all alone on the other side, on the wide side of the
Boy,
field.
Man, say it again, Cutler, man. For real, these kids, they be thinking he read the coverage just because he go to his one receiver that quick.
Well, he does on some plays, Kenna, but on that particular play, no, it was designed to go to
he didn't
Giuseppe.
go.
There was
Right.
one read, and that was the only way he looked.
And
And
can I
meanwhile, Jeff
point
Wilson-
this out?
My whole thing is,
Color?
well,
Can I-
real quick, Pam, the
Go
thing
ahead.
that bothered me on the play was, okay, fine, if it's designed to go that way, but then why is the play designed to have an 11th guy doing absolutely nothing on the wide side of the field by himself?
Right.
If you know it's a design play, then at least have him disrupting the linebackers on the play side of the field. You know what I mean? You
Yes.
could say it's
and
bad
to-
play design.
that's what I say.
Maybe
that
that
is.
would have given Giuseppe a little more room. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So you put him in on one play and you go to him. Like, who didn't
The
know the play
alternative
was
is,
going
Pam,
to him?
The alternative is that it wasn't supposed to be a one read, and Tua just decided at the line of scrimmage that's what he was going to do.
Right.
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 Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I can't. I'm
think
not
it
in
was
either of their
designed
heads.
play.
I'm not in
But-
either of their heads, and I'm not the one that designed the play,
He-
so I can only speculate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and the other speculation is he actually held onto the ball. We wouldn't even be talking about it right now. It wouldn't have been.
Well, he could have also taken it up
Run.
for the first
Yep,
down.
he could have run for the first
Yep,
down.
taking it for itself too.
Right,
Yep.
yep. Yep,
But
that
that
too.
speaks to everything that it was a lot of Tua being off. Absolutely. But there were players that
Oh
dropped
yeah,
balls
most of
in
it.
their hands. And there were calls that I thought, oh my gosh, I can't believe they made that call. There were referees that threw flags. You know, we'd get something going. And I do believe that our offense is a lot about timing. So here comes this timing. And then all of a sudden, oh, here comes the flag and they shut us down. It
It,
happens over
And
and
Pam
over.
and Color and
but it
everybody.
wasn't.
The reason
It
why I
wasn't
say some of
timed.
these problems are gonna consistently happen today, and I see them happening tonight in an hour. I
Pete,
really do, because this is a
you
copycat
have
league.
no
The
credibility.
Chargers are gonna do exactly what the
The only reason I
49ers did,
disagree with you
and
on
they're
this
a little bit faster.
But Pete, the only reason I disagree with you on this particular game is because their defense is decimated with injury, and it was already the 26th ranked defense.
And
Yeah,
he
I know,
picks us
but
to lose every
It
game.
wasn't.
He
I
has
mean, we
no
would have to
credibility.
literally beat
the
our.
Chargers
This is one
the
of those
Chargers.
games where it's not
This is
just
the
a
issue.
cliche. We would literally have to beat ourselves to lose this
Yes,
game.
I know, Color, but this is the issue. The Chargers' weakness right now is literally, hold on. The Chargers' weakness right now is literally running through them. And we're not going to run the ball. You know, we don't run the ball ever. The only
I
way
know.
we beat the Chargers if we
Well,
run it down their throats. They suck
that
at
could be.
tackling, and they're one of the
That,
worst at
that
stopping the
isn't
run.
even true. That isn't even true. Of the Cleveland game, just off the top of my head, we ran the ball and we ran the ball well. We're going to run the ball tonight, Pete. I seriously, when you pick us to lose every week, and Tua's horrible, and we can't run the ball ever in
Hold
any
on, Pam.
game.
Don't act
You
like
have
I've
no
been. I was right
credibility.
last week. I'm riding on this wave.
Okay,
This is a
so
wave
like I
I'm
told
riding,
you
and I'm gonna.
He's
before,
riding
Let
away.
me.
if you say that I'm gonna die one day, yes, one day you're gonna be right, Pete. One day you will be right. But you know what? You weren't right last week. I'm still alive. I'm still alive this week. I'm gonna be alive next week. I'll bet you on it.
No, I was right last week. I'm riding the wave, Pam. I'm back. I
How
got
you
What's
a
guys
new.
funny
doing
about?
tonight, man?
Pretty good, Sharif.
Hey,
How
what's up,
about you,
Sharif?
man?
Hey,
Did you bring your
Sharif.
spreadsheet?
Man, I
What's up,
tell you
Sharif?
what, I after looking at the tape, we were in max protection, meaning we needed 7 guys to block, and we sent 2 guys on our routes. Sometimes we needed an 8th guy, and it doesn't make any sense, and we still weren't able to block. We got 10 pressures on Tua. So why am I saying this? We will be able to send 4 and 5 receivers out today again. It'll be back to normal. And the thing about it is that when you need 7 to block and you only can send out 2, but you still nearly had 400 yards passing. I think in his 3rd year, I think he's getting better because he could have easily had
Sharif.
450 yards. Hold on, Pete. I'm gonna let you respond. Why am I saying that? Because if you need 7 to protect, you only can send out a certain amount of receivers. That's so we're gonna
Sharif.
be able to get back to normal, and that's the point I'm trying to make. So
Sharif, this is the thing.
finally,
You've already said it 2 times. You keep saying it. We're gonna get back to normal. We are not back to normal. Teron Armstead is still beat up. He's playing banged up. He's not himself right now. He's gonna try to perform, but that doesn't mean he's gonna play like he's played before. You're expecting that
he's
out
not.
of him.
He's on the active game today.
He's playing today, but that doesn't mean he's fully recovered and fully back in strength like he was playing week 1. That's not happening. He's tore
So
up and beat up by
so
this
He
point.
was
Tyreek at
beat up week
80%
one.
and Teron at 80%. You would take them, Pete? Yes or no?
But you're
Teron and
acting like
Tyreek
we're
at
not gonna have
80%.
to protect
I'm asking
and
you a
we're not gonna
question.
run.
Yes or no?
I still believe it's almost neutral. To run beat up like that. What if they take advantage of that and beat us up and hurt them even more?
Oh, that's
I
just not even
uh,
answer the question, Pete. That's a great question, Sharif.
I would take Teron and Tyreek at 80% any day over the NFL. And then what I want to get to too is celebrating that we have Tyreek, right? Like he's like I just want to celebrate that we have a star finally here, man. And we're able to overcome some of these things. Like San Francisco was very close. After watching the tape, they were very close to being torched, regardless of the pressure on Tua.
You're right. I mean, we
They
were
escaped.
only down by 6 when Gesicki dropped that ball. We were only down by 6. It's not like it was
Color.
some
I'm
kind
talking
of
about the
blowout.
second quarter being up by 10 or more because of the just fingertips above the hands of Waddle and Tyreek. We could have been up by 10 before the second quarter. And what does that say?
Enough, Tyreek still got his $146. I don't even remember seeing that. When did that happen?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
That's called a cheetah.
Hey, Lewis left. Hey, I wanted to say something. It was so funny hearing Lewis all week, fellas. Where's Lewis? I need him to come back because honestly, this guy
Picking
was
on
saying,
Lewis.
Hey, yeah, I want Lewis to come back because I do want to pick on him because was it Lewis
Yo,
all
is that
week
smoke?
before
Is smoke at the
before
game?
the 49ers game? He was all
Bro,
week
hold on,
right
Pete.
before that
Is Nicky
49ers
Smokes
game
at the
saying
game,
that
guys?
game does not matter. He said, nah, we don't care about this game. And Lewis is one of the biggest ones criticizing Tua over this game when he was like, nah, this game don't matter.
Yo, guys, is Nicky Smokes
Where
in
Lewis
LA?
at?
I don't know.
They just showed this guy wearing a Ray Finkel jersey from behind that looked an awful lot like Nicky Smokes from behind, bro. On NBC.
Someone hit him up.
That's crazy. Well, I guess we'll know if he got on NBC. He'll definitely make sure everybody knows it on Twitter. So,
color. You remember? Because all Lewis was talking about was this Chargers game. This is the big game. This is what I'm like. The Dolphin fans have not been talking about this Chargers game as much as
you know what?
been talking about that 49ers
earlier this
game.
in the year,
It's
bro,
been
when the
all
season
week.
first started, this was supposed to be a big game.
It
and
is.
I just don't
and
think
hasn't
it
been
is
spoken
anymore.
about enough.
And Pete, I think you're talking real big talking about Lewis when he's not here. Honest
Well,
to
guess
goodness,
what,
dude.
Pete?
I
Guess
thought
what,
he was
Pete?
up here. I
You
was looking
called
for him.
down the thunder. So guess
Now
who
you're
brings
gonna
the
do
light?
the lightning
Look, I
and
got
the
him back.
Guess
I'm
who
so
brings
happy
the
he
light?
came back up.
thunder.
I'm so happy.
I'm
Hey,
telling
Lewis.
you.
Let me
Lewis.
tell you something right now, Pete. Let me answer you real quick. Because again, my opinion, the 49er game still didn't matter. But when I watch a game that everybody tried to tell me we were going to lose because of number one defense and Joey Bosa and Terran Armstead not being there and all the bullshit that I heard, right? And then I see we lose the game because Uno didn't show up in the fucking game. I'm not going to be like one of these people over here giving the 49ers credit, talking about the linebackers had fucking depth. Because let me tell you something.
We already said that. We said that Monday. They didn't do nothing to stop us.
On the plays to the flat, I didn't see no linebackers, and Tua was still missing Alex Ingold. He was still throwing interceptions by leading Tyreek Hill too far along the sideline.
And besides that,
but you're missing the point,
besides
though,
him
Lewis.
missing him, Alec Ingold, bro, you got to catch the football, bro. I'm sorry, man. He's also laid it right in the hands of Alec Ingold a couple times, and it was just straight drop. Now, y'all know how I feel about throwing the running backs. But that particular play,
I agree.
That particular play is one that Mike McDaniel was counting on.
Hold on. Lewis,
100%. I'm talking about the 49er game specifically.
Lewis,
I know the throws that Color's mentioning about Alex Ingold, and he's hit him dead in his hands. And you do got to come up with those. But specifically on the 49er game, the blunt of the blame, not even 80%, because I think Ms. Pam said, I give them like 65, 70%. 100% of the blame was on Uno against the 49ers.
I'll go 95%, Lewis.
No, I go 70-30. I put 30 on Coach.
65, 70%. I put it on him. Lewis, like they all want to call me a two-in-ear. I'm not a two-in-ear. I'm a dolphin-ear. But that game was on him 65, 70%. But there were other
factors. If we're not wearing our home whites, head to toe, I think we win that game.
Lewis, you remember me telling you why do you keep skipping the 49ers game? You were all over the Chargers game.
Their stadium.
Hey, Lewis, right before the 49ers game, I kept telling you, why are you all over this Chargers game? We're playing the 49ers, Lewis. You kept skipping the 49ers. You kept saying, I don't care.
No,
It's the
no,
Chargers, the
you
big
missed
game.
the
But
point.
hold
You
on,
missed
Pam.
the
He's
point.
missing the point. I'm trying to let
No,
Lewis know
you
he's
missed the
missing the
point.
point.
I'm telling you. The
Then
point
to
was
Lewis,
that
the big game was the Chargers game. This is the statement game. This is what Lewis was screaming on panels before the
do you know
49ers game. This
why,
is what
Pete? Do I
I
need to
know
explain
why.
it to
But
you? I'll do a little
listen to
color.
me, Pam. Jesus, be
Come
quiet for a
on,
second, Pam.
Well, hold on,
Lewis,
Pete.
Pete.
Your mic's crackling a little bit, just so you know.
I was about to
I'm
ask
trying to
that.
tell something to Lewis for a second, Pam. So Lewis was up on these panels disregarding the 49ers game, saying that the Chargers game is the biggest game, right? And this is what he was screaming. It's up there. And all week, we haven't even really spoken about the Chargers. It's been the dismantle of how the 49ers beat us, and or vice versa, how Tua lost
Pete,
us
it's
the game
because,
or
bro,
whatever.
it's
It
because the
hasn't
It's
been.
like
Chargers.
you don't
I haven't heard
understand.
It's
Chargers
because the
talk
Chargers
much.
have. It's because the Chargers defense is ranked 26th, and we have beaten teams ranked in the top 5, like 2 or 3 teams that are top 5 in defense. We've beat them.
And I just want to respond to Pete real quick. See, in my opinion, the 49ers, if you look at the whole game with the playoff atmosphere and stuff, it's a bigger game. What I've always said, and I'm going to say it again before this game starts, the reason this is a big game, it's not for the Miami Dolphins, because I completely agree with Color. On paper and on the field, Miami is just better than the Chargers. But specifically this game, it's a big game for Tua. Because
You know what, Lewis? The other day when we had the show where we had the big poll question and the big debate about what defines a big game. Yes, I would agree, simply because of what's at stake tonight and being in prime time, and the fact that the Chargers, despite having problems, still do have a high-powered offense.
100%.
And they've got their 2 biggest weapons back tonight.
Well, and not only that, Color, but we already know.
What I mean is there, like, this turns out to be a big game simply because of the stage more than anything.
Well, absolutely.
Yes, on paper, it's not a big game. We should destroy this defense tonight.
Exactly. But the only reason I'm saying it's a big game for Tua, because we're all adults here, and we know what this game brings. It's the number 5 overall pick in the one draft and the number 6 in the same draft. And the argument has been for Tua and Herbert throughout this fan base before the season started. This was the debate. So again, it's a big game in the aspect of
it really comes down to there's more than that on the line here, Lewis. It's not just the men, Tua and Herbert. It's the idea of above average quarterback with a great team versus a sub-elite quarterback with a terrible team. Which one can that quarterback that has the potential of throwing for 500 something yards and 1 billion touchdowns, can that guy overcome a
100%.
far superior team on the other side with a quarterback that can throttle that superior team? You know what I mean?
Color, I'll even go here. Let's say, right, Tua wins this monumental game for him. This is really not for us. It's for him, right? He gets the 9 wins, 98% chance that the Dolphins get in the playoffs if we get to 9 wins. The thing about it is, right, if we lose to Ron Armstead, we're no better than Kansas City in the Super Bowl getting Mahomes sacked 7 times. We're no better than that.
Yeah,
so
but they played.
What do we need from Tua?
Well,
Hold up. What do we need from Tua? What do we need from Tua, Lewis? We need Tua to win in spite of anything else going on around him. That's all I wanted to say.
Potentially, we need Tua to be responsible for 5 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah.
I say 6, Color. I say 6. That's what I was saying all day. He needs to show the NFL.
Yeah, but maybe the 6 comes on defense or special teams. But Tua needs to be responsible for 5 touchdowns tonight. Whether that's
I got
however that
and 2 field goals. 41.
I think he could put up a 6 spot with good protection. I think he can do it himself, because the thing is,
I think
all of that jumping and pandering at the top of your drop, all of that jumping and pandering, he's afraid. He's afraid of Bosa. He's going to be well protected and well kept tonight.
Sharif, Justin Herbert will push it. He will push the envelope, which gives us a high potential to score on defense tonight.
Right.
That's
And then
absolutely.
we've seen
Color.
weirder things happen, like
Absolutely.
the third backup come in and beat us. Sorry, Pam.
Well,
I mean, you got
that
Eckler,
team
you
is
got
not
Hey, that
Eckler,
third
Williams,
backup
predicated.
looked good
you got
today.
Eckler, Williams, Keenan Allen, and Gerald Everett. Those are their
But
playmakers,
the
with
San
Justin Herbert
Francisco,
distributing the football.
But like I said,
exactly.
I
But the
don't
San
want a
Francisco
Lamar's.
win wasn't predicated on Garoppolo ever. That team is good despite the quarterback play.
I mean,
Although
if
I do
I
believe
think we beat
Purdy is
ourselves.
showing us
I
all
mean, if
something.
we
We beat
get
ourselves.
our
100%.
road defensive performance, we need to think about scoring points tonight, because the Chargers will put up points if our road defense shows up.
Exactly.
I think
And
we
the thing
break
about
that.
it is, I
think we break that tonight with our
I
defense.
just
The
want to see
weather's
Tua
right, the
grow to a
conditions
road.
are
point.
right, the field is right, Pam. It's a well-kept field. There's no divots all over it like there was in Chicago. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think
So
defense is kind
things
of fired up from
that Tua
last.
can,
The crowd
Tua
should
can
be
stay great.
favorable to Miami, believe it or not.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Things, a couple of things, Color and Palm, that Tua can do to win this fight in this next 7-game run, 8-game run, right?
Hey,
He
real
can
quick, hey,
scramble.
Color. Now that you said that, I'm sorry, Sharif.
Pete, hold on,
Color,
Pete.
now that you said that,
let him finish.
if Tua is
Hold-
off
hold on,
target,
Pete.
like I keep saying,
Oh my
can we
gosh.
finally agree that his arm is worn out here?
No,
If
my
it's
gosh,
inaccurate
Pete,
in a
nobody
dome
agrees
We'll get to
with
with
that.
no
that.
weather problems,
We'll
and
get
we
to
see
that,
those
Pete.
same
Bro.
inaccurate issues
He
from
was
last week.
overthrowing
Hold on.
receivers last week just
Hold
as
on.
much as he was underthrowing and
Let's
side
get
throwing. He was
something.
overthrowing guys last week too.
So
man.
Thank you.
Let's get something
Thank
straight.
Pete,
His
a couple
issues
of
weren't
things.
physical; they were mental.
A couple of
They were
things
not
Well,
Tua
when
can
your
do,
arm is
Pete,
worn
to
out,
win this
Color,
fight.
sometimes you overthrow passes you shouldn't overthrow.
Well,
That's how
maybe
the
his
signs show.
maybe
my
his wrist
Lord.
was worn out. Maybe his wrist was worn out. Do you blame him? I mean, his wife is kind of cute. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean,
A
it's
couple
not
of
even
things,
that,
right?
Color. Okay, you're laughing now. We're
A couple of
in a
things, though,
dome.
Pete.
There's
Pete,
I
no
don't know what to
excuses for
say,
Tua
Pete.
to have
I don't
inaccurate.
know what to say,
It's been
Pete.
a pass heavy.
It's
It's
week
been pass
14
heavy
right
all
now,
season.
and this is what we got. I mean, if you know, it is what it is. You know.
So in a
Pete,
dome, if
a
his
couple of
passes come out inaccurate and they're behind Tyreek Hill on crossing patterns, behind receivers, bad inaccurate throws on hitches.
Honestly, looking at the pregame
Look,
warm-ups here on
Pamela
the
was up
TV.
here earlier blaming
Hold
that
on,
drop
Pete.
on Waddle when it hit the
Hold
dirt,
on,
when the
Pete.
ball hit the dirt. It was all
Honestly,
Tua's
bro,
fault.
looking at the pregame warm-ups here on NBC, Tyreek Hill looks fresh. Like, I can't imagine their defense keeping up with them, bro. I just can't. Like this.
You know they're not, and our defense
and
is
watch
going
this,
to
Pete.
feast
Pete,
tonight.
things that Tua can
But
do.
did the
despite
49ers keep up with our guys last week, Color?
Bro,
Yeah, but that's
bro,
the
No,
49ers,
not
just
really.
follow
bro.
me.
Not
Follow
really.
me,
That's the
Pete.
argument. That's the
No,
argument.
Follow me, Pete.
wait. But you're comparing the number one defense, who, based on today's performance,
Man,
has now
I don't want to hear number one defense because they're number one on paper. What we did, we shredded the
Pete,
number
you know
one
why you're
defense, but it was
interrupting
the
me, right?
quarterback's arm
Pete,
You
that
know why
wasn't
you're
on
interrupting
point.
me, right,
That's
Pete?
what it was.
Hold on, stop,
You know
guys.
why you're
Stop,
interrupting
both
me,
of you,
right, Pete?
Stop, everybody, stop. Pete, what's 24 divided by 8? I mean,
3.
what's 20? I'm sorry, what's 24 divided by 3?
7. No, what? 8.
8. That's how many points the 49ers have held their opponents to in the last 3 games.
Yes, but I mean, we came up here on Monday. Lewis just came up here right now and said it right now when he came back up.
But you said that
Nothing
3
the
times
49ers
already, Pete.
did stopped us. If we would have hit on a
You
few
were
passes,
okay,
like
Pete.
Sharif said earlier, we would have made the number one defense look like the 32nd defense.
Bro,
The reason why we lost this game was because Lewis said 90. You even said it, Color. You said 95% of this loss was on Tua. You said 95% of this loss was on Tua.
Right, and 5% was on the
Exactly.
49ers defense.
So it was his arm the reason why we lost that game. It was nothing else. It was not that the 49ers had a number one defense.
I'm saying that
what is the overall point, Pete?
Hold on, Sharif. I'm saying that if Tua isn't off his game last week, we can beat the number one defense in the league. That's
If
why
he's
I'm not
off
worried.
the game, we
That's
shred
why
him.
I'm not worried about the number 26 defense in the league.
Exactly, but you have to be worried about
Exactly.
the
Go ahead and
26th
say it.
defense of the
Exactly.
league. You
Well, you
have to
can be worried, Pete.
because we just
You
made
can
the
be
number
worried.
1 defense look crappy, but that also means you can make the number 26 defense look
Pete,
good as well, Color,
it's
if
possible.
your balls are not on target.
It's possible.
Pete,
We'll
it's
find out in
fine to
30
be
And
minutes.
worried,
that's
We'll
what
man.
I
find out in
expect to
27
see
minutes, bro.
on repeat, Color, and this is why I have us losing is because of Tua's little miserable arm.
Well, we'll
It's
find out
all
in
Okay,
27
okay.
minutes,
So
dude.
let
you
me just
are
let
what you
Tua.
got last week, Color,
Crap.
and that's
Let me
what
just
we
say this
saw.
real quick.
We'll find
Let me
out in
just say this
23
real quick
minutes,
for
bro.
Color.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me just say this real quick for Color and Pam and the guys here, right? Things that Tua can do despite Armstead's injury late into the playoffs, right? Things because if he wins his 9th game, that's monumental for him. If he scrambles, gets the first down, if he throws a touchdown, despite Armstead being coming out of the game or being hurt for Buffalo, Jets, or New England. If he can win a game in the playoff, if Deron Armstead has to come out of the game, but he still throws touchdowns despite. So things like that, I expect Tua's growth to show us that despite everything going on around you, you can still F a mother effer up on the other side. So that's what I'm looking for. And I really don't care about anything else because we've seen Lamar Smith rush for over 150 yards and then we get our head
Hey,
cracked
Rodney.
in the first round. So we need Tua to win
Smith,
in spite
Jackson.
of
Well,
anything going on
you know,
around it.
what's the difference? I'm just
So
kidding, Shreve.
can
Quick.
I just say I need to run.
Yep.
I'm starting up my stream right now,
Okay.
and so I want to right here while I'm
Tell
here
it.
and my
How,
streamer listening.
how do people find you on Facebook?
Okay, so I'm in Forever Dolphin Fans fan group. If you want to come in and listen to my stream and say hey, just come on in and I will.
Drop the
You have
link in the
to.
private chat, Pam.
I don't know how to do that. I just don't know how to do that. If you go to Facebook, look up Forever Dolphin Fans. You got to request because it's a private group. You got to request, and I'll let you in, and you can come in. You can hear me more than you probably want to, but yeah. So, anyways, I just want to say to the fan group where I'm streaming right now, the Fins Tailgate is an awesome group. There's lots of shows. Everybody should listen to him. Lewis has got his new show, Ali, Color, of course, and El
Shout out to
Cap.
Lewis.
Yes, I mean, great,
Rabbit
great.
Dolphin.
So Pam,
Yeah.
you have the Dolphins winning today?
I absolutely not only have us winning, I have us winning big. 41-13 is my call, Pete. And so
41-13.
41-13, that's
You know
right.
what,
So when it
Pam,
happens,
before you
dude,
go, I had predicted us losing 34-16. Now I'm going to switch it to 41-16.
Wow.
okay,
We're losing.
You're
you
That's
go
what.
ahead.
Listen,
You go ahead, Pete. You're just going to be more wrong
Pete,
than you were
Tua's
before. And I just want to
Tua's gonna
say
show
that
off against Herbert.
I'm
That's
telling you
all I'm
guys
gonna
exactly.
right
say.
now, I feel like the end of Tua is
Tua is
coming
gonna
soon.
show
2 more
off
weeks,
against Herbert.
and we're
So
taking off
Sharif,
from here.
I liked your take on what we needed from Tua. I don't see Armstead playing the whole game. I see him being in there, and I see
I
Tua
think he can
doing well.
wean Fisher in pretty good. I think that's what his role is going to be tonight, is play just enough
Yes,
to wean Fisher
Listen,
in.
exactly.
Pete,
And I,
you're gonna be
to
saying, watch.
keep
You're
Armstead,
gonna be saying, look at Tua
healthy.
show off. That's what you're gonna be saying, Pete. Look at this kid
Exactly.
showing off.
So we got
With his
5
so-called
people on
weak arm.
Facebook that threw us a like. Appreciate you guys watching on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Everybody come over and
Nice.
give us a subscribe on YouTube if you could, just if you'd be so kind.
Yes, the
And
Fins
thanks, Pamela,
Tailgate.
as
Please show
always.
like, everyone. And thank you, Color, for letting me be here. I appreciate it so much. And
Our pleasure.
Hey,
I'll
Pam,
see y'all
Fins
out
up.
there.
Thank you
Go
much.
Fins, baby.
Facebook group.
Woo!
All right, Miss Pam.
Yep.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, man.
Bye.
Guys, we got 47 people watching. We have 44 likes. Good job. We're only 3 off. So there's only 3 people that don't use their right hand blinker. So that's pretty cool. Because that is my biggest peeve in traffic. You know, when you're sitting there trying to make a right hand turn on red, and
Holla
you
at
like
everybody.
you
Peace.
can go at any time if that guy that's coming with his bright lights on would just turn his blinker on. You know what I mean? And he waits all the way to the end and doesn't turn, and then turns. You know, it's like, come on, man, just throw your blinker on. It takes like, it's so easy to do. You know, and so courteous at the same time. It's like the risk return is so high, you just got to do it. You know what I mean? Anyway, appreciate everybody who's liked and shared. Keep doing it. Keep subscribing. Keep hitting the notification bell so you know when we're on. Make sure you're catching all of our great content. As Pamela said, one of our newest additions is the Rabid Dolphin, also known as Lewis. You can also catch myself Tuesday nights. I want to go, but I've been having to go on Thursdays again because the games were starting to get interesting. But catch me anytime. Dolphins debrief. We're trying to bring DTA back in. He should be good to go here pretty shortly. And of course, late night XL on Saturdays with Ali. Hyping up the game for tonight, actually, in about 18 minutes. We're going to square off with the Chargers. Cash App us at $ the Fins Tailgate if you choose to donate. Venmo the Fins Tailgate, as well as we got a Patreon account now. Links are in the description below. Make sure you're catching Fanatics, all the gear you need. NHL, NFL, NBA, MLS, MLB. You know all of them. Probably arena football for all we know. Officially licensed, everything. And as well as backroom collections. Make sure you're using hashtag TFTG at Backroom Collections for 10% off all your custom memorabilia and artwork and various other things. Check them out. Check out all our gear. You'll find it in the links in the description below, including a flag and a coffee cup with color on it. Oh, and make sure you're going over to Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. No, I'm sorry. buymeacoffee.com/colorcom. It looks just like that. Colorcom. And buy me a cup of coffee. If I get to $100, I'm going to buy myself a new Keurig machine so that I'm not poisoning myself with microbial buildup and all that. Because I'm too lazy to use the cleaner and all that nonsense. So appreciate you guys. We're going to kind of roll out final thoughts because I know it'll take us about 15 more minutes to get everybody's as soon as Mountie Fins talk and Lewis talks, it's going to blow up. So, you know, just kidding.
Hey,
Where
Fins
you got
up.
us at, Mountie?
I say 20. Fins up 28-14 Dolphins. Let's go. I'm out.
Take it easy, Mountie. Appreciate you coming by as always. And let's see. Oh, a couple other people I wanted to shout out that showed up a little behind schedule. Jermaine King, how you doing? Joseph Rist, appreciate you guys always coming by, keeping me honest. I know y'all don't always like my takes, but appreciate you being here. I saw somebody else too. King Mill, John Finn fan, how you doing? And also 72 undefeated. Revo 13. I see you all in there. I saw that you came in. Appreciate you guys coming in. The poll, we're at 115 votes. Guess that's good enough to close down the poll here. 42% say that the Fins are going to blow out the Chargers. 38% say we're going to win close. So that totals 80% say we're going to win the game tonight. Just 20% say we're going to lose, 11% in a blowout, 9% in a close loss. So it looks like Pete convinced some people. Either that or the Buffalo fans rolled through and didn't say hi. Michael K. We know you're here. Only you could have answered that we're going to get blown out tonight, besides Pete.
So I got a question, Kohler.
Go ahead, Kyle.
What if you had to choose like one or two crazy predictions for this game, what would you choose? Crazy predictions. Not just score, just like player predictions. I've got the reason why I asked is I have a couple.
We'll go ahead and start it off.
All right. So the reason why I say they're crazy is because if I was listening to myself say this, I would laugh at myself. So I'm expecting a kickoff return touchdown. I won't be bold to say who, but I'll guess Mostert. And an interception by Chubb. And that's why it's weird, because it's Chubb.
Oh, interception by Chubb. That's interesting.
Interception
I could
by
see something
Chubb.
like that happening. Like a deflection up in the air that gets caught. I could definitely see something like that.
He plays coverage sometimes. Actually, I've noticed they played him coverage a lot for the 49ers game, so pass coverage.
And he's got some long arms.
What was the player's name? I missed it because I was connecting the stream. Chubb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got a crazy prediction. Herbert's going to throw 3 interceptions tonight.
And do you think Chubb could be one of them?
It's possible. I'll say someone from the line will catch an interception tonight. I'll make that prediction.
Did you miss my first prediction? Kickoff return touchdown?
That's actually a good one too, but...
Well, then I'm just going to go off the deep end too with my broken take, Ollie. Speaking of...
Yeah, go crazy, bro.
Ollie is. I'm guessing you're gonna work. We'll get those rolling out once life stops smacking us all in the face, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I got my kid coming from out of town for the holidays. You know, probably after the holiday ends, I'll probably start picking it up, and we'll start having the.
That was pretty fun because that was pretty fun because the title of the show really shields me. You know what I mean? I really feel cloaked when I'm doing that with you, because if somebody wants to hate on me, it's like, bro, the show is called Broken Takes. I'm supposed to make them broken.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, I'm gonna go Noah gets the pick 6 tonight.
Okay, I like that. Here. I know we argued this during the entire offseason, and you and I got into heated conversations about this. Tyreek Hill's going to return a punt for a touchdown tonight.
You think?
I can respect that.
He did it before against the Chargers.
Oh, okay. He looks fresh. He looks really good tonight.
I'm telling you,
that orange
Tyreek owns the Chargers
tonight too. You notice that?
Yeah, that's true.
Like the orange on our helmets and all that, it's like really popping off tonight.
Especially the aqua numbers actually seem to be popping off for some reason.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're wearing some different version. Go ahead.
I'll give you my crazy prediction for tonight. Christian Wilkins scores an offensive and defensive touchdown tonight.
What?
Bro, I love that one.
There you
I
go.
love that one.
That's a crazy take right there.
Is it though? Is it crazy?
It's $1 million bet.
He's played fullback before for us.
Not crazy, but hot take, definitely. Will Sebastian says, "Yo, my dog farted." A 90-pound German Shepherd. Just thought everybody needed to know. You know, it is a tailgate. I mean, dogs fart at tailgates. You know.
Well, listen, the game's getting ready to start now in a couple minutes. I'm gonna get out of here. Before I do,
10 minutes.
Score prediction for me: Dolphins win 31-23. I got us winning by 8. So.
All right.
I like that. I'll take it. A win. I don't care how we get the W, man. Just get the W, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
76. I don't
listen, before I go, I didn't like what I seen today from Buffalo. Buffalo's not playing their best football, but that weather situation, if we get anything like what we've seen today, and again, I wouldn't even consider today bad, but snow flurries in the middle of the game and stuff, and that kind of condition, the way they were hitting Mike White pretty much all game, I don't like what I'm starting to see. I'll just
but you know what, Lewis? It's interesting because you and I are diverging now because I'm actually feeling better about the game despite all the scheduling and travel issue that we have to deal with and all that. After what I saw today, I don't fear their offense whatsoever.
I agree. That's why I didn't mention nothing about football. I was just talking about weather color because I agree with you. I don't think Buffalo's playing at their best for sure.
They're not. And here's another thing. Didn't they get an injury from one of their defensive ends today?
That's a good question, Ali.
I think it's Rousseau or somebody got hurt. I forget who it was, but here's another question. I'm going to go off on the deep end and call out the NFL. Why are they not investigating the Jets for putting back Mike White in the game 3 times after injury? How many times? The guy ended up going to the hospital in an ambulance at the end of the game, bro. And they're not going to investigate them, but they investigate us. Just saying.
Manny B says, Killer, what do you think about my broken take? Tua 25+ passes, 100% completion.
Dude, if that happens, that would be freaking amazing.
That's pretty dang broken.
It's not impossible, but
no, it's not.
25 touchdowns for what? With this game by itself?
25 passes, 100% completion.
Oh, well, yeah, no.
25 for 25.
Yeah, I'm not giving him 25 for 25 neither. Yeah, no, that ain't happening.
Imagine him going 25 for 25 and losing.
Oh my God, that would be the only Miami Dolphins could pull that off.
Anyway, we'll catch you, Lewis.
Have a good time.
I don't know if we're doing a post game tonight because it's late. It's going to be late night tonight, and somebody's already going. So it's like, you know, I'm not going to sit up till 3 a.m. if we all can converge somewhere else already.
Yeah, I probably won't be around anyway. I got to be at work at 4:30 in the morning, so I probably won't be around. But
and I know Capitan's been under the weather, so I doubt he'll feel froggy enough to do it later.
Yeah. So, well, we'll be in touch through text.
Yeah, man.
During the game. All
Take it easy, bro.
Enjoy the game.
Fins up, man.
Later, Lewis.
I know people in the chat are questioning what's the difference between Tua's injury and Mike White's. Yeah, I agree with you. There is a difference. However, that rib injuries can be, if not as, they can be very dangerous just as much as a concussion can be, depending on how severe it is.
And it's like, you know, any major injury has the potential of destroying their career. What the heck is the difference?
But rib injuries, just like a concussion, can be life-threatening, bro.
Yeah, but they don't cause people to commit suicide later in life.
Okay, yeah, okay. In that aspect, yeah, I understand. I'm just talking about the severity of what could happen.
Their kids, and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Miami kid. I always have one of those bad feelings when we're playing, but I just feel like it's like we should just do it. And if we don't, then we got bigger problems than we all thought. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was a wash
Especially when
anyway.
the Charger fans say that if the Dolphins don't win the game, then it's the biggest choke job in the world. So if that's the case and they feel that bad about it, then damn.
Yeah.
A lot of 49ers fans
capitalize asking if we're doing the game. Not unless Ali wants to do it. I mean,
Well, calling the game? No, I can't, bro. I just came in to support the channel, bro. You know how it is.
I mean, I could, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if y'all want me to, but I wasn't really set up for it tonight, and I know that it's a primetime game, so there's going to be a large gathering of people we all want to probably chat with over on Mr. Finn's Talks channel, so I'll probably hang over there.
Real quick, Color, did you hear the news about the Buffalo game?
No.
So they moved it to a primetime game, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's been moved to primetime, right? Well, guess what? They're not making it the national televised show. They're making it, or televised game. They're making the Washington Commanders game the national televised game.
Right. Ours is on NFL Network.
Is it on NFL Network?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought Barry Jackson or somebody said it was only going to be able to be watched in our local markets only.
Well, the local market cutoff is Broward County. You believe that nonsense?
Oh.
That's ridiculous.
It's like Palm Beach County, man. They think we're like all made of money or something up here.
I
You
think they
know?
need to switch it, man. The Commanders game don't mean shit. The Miami versus Buffalo means everything.
But I'm wondering though, I mean, if you have one of those, I don't know how good those antennas get, like the old-fashioned house external roof antennas. But I'm guessing on a winter night, on a December night in South Florida, you might be able to pick up WPLG's broadcast or whoever's carrying it down there. You know, maybe. But I don't know. Do you know when they do NFL Network broadcasts, do they do it on NFL Plus as well?
I don't
like
know.
they do Amazon?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Huh. I'm gonna check
I have
into
NFL
that.
Plus.
So we got we're at almost at the 2-minute warning for the start of the game. 37 people in here still with us. Appreciate every one of you coming for the pregame Finn's tailgate. And let's see where we're at on the TV here. Commercial still. So good. We're good. Everybody's still got time to go turn on the TV. How you doing, CCRR? Hopefully McDaniels pulls 2 earlier this game. Oh, love old CC. He hasn't given up. Gotta respect it. So Kyle, if you ain't got no more to say, did we get your final score prediction?
No, but it's going to be a high scoring close game, I think.
Okay.
So I ran a sim last night, and the end score of the sim's unrealistic, but I think it'll reflect it. So the sim ended 56-45 Fins.
Oh yeah, so that's like the ratio should be similar.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more of like a 34-28, somewhere around there.
Right.
Okay.
I'm hoping our defense gets right on the road, so that's why I'm going low on them. But I know I'm being realistic that they're only going to score 14. You know, that's just me being a honk. But it is likely to be more like high scoring but close. You know, so
yeah.
We'll see what happens, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Again, I'm just going to end it with you guys up here. Fins up. I got us winning 33-14. Keep everybody safe. Let's get this win. Let's save ourselves. Let's go kick Buffalo's ass next week. Fins up, everybody. Thank you very much. And thank you for joining the Fins tailgate once again. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you over on TD Fins Talk.
Buck Buffalo.
Buck Buffalo. Buck Buffalo.
Buffalo. Buck Buffalo.
Mm.